Hi guys, and welcome to the ALAKAZAM Live. Only 1 and a bit more weeks till Christmas and 1 more day till the big ALAKAZAM Christmas party that's happening tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
I'm not excited.
You're not excited at all. Wayne hates Christmas. Look at him, bar humbug. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. We've got a few things to talk about today, including a cheeky little live product launch.
What?
Yes, which is happening right here. We've got special guests joining us a little bit later. But guys, tomorrow evening, 7 PM on Facebook and YouTube, we have got our Christmas party. You are invited to join us. We are giving away over £1,000 worth of magic. You're in with a chance of grabbing yourself a share of that. And you don't have to do anything because random prizes will be handed out all evening, as well as we have a quiz that will be going on. The winner of the quiz will get a big prize as well. And we also have a special guest sent in a video. We've got Chris Congreve that is going to be teaching you a trick tomorrow evening. The amazing Jamie Dawes, Nicholas Mabresis, and we've got some other surprises planned as well. So join us tomorrow night and grab yourself a drink and spend a couple of hours with us here at ALAKAZAM.
I'm so excited for tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It always is. And we've got the incredible Leo Schmetzers joining us. And everyone knows when Leo's on, it does get a little bit crazy. So, Wayne.
Yes. I'm not ready for Christmas.
You're
It's really nice. It's really nice actually, because when I got here this morning, Peter took me breakfast. He just made me a cup of tea, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I've got to look after my elf." Hey! I've got to take these off. I can't because I can't see through them. They move and they shift, and it's like tunnel vision. I'll keep them on as long as I can.
Go on, keep them on. So, give us another Christmas joke.
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I'm very impatient for Christmas. I can't wait to see what my girlfriend's got in her stockings. Mamma mia.
Lee Haddock said, will Leo get absolutely schmetzered on booze again? We're hoping so, because I don't know if you joined, I don't know if it was our first year or our second year, and he was all dressed as Santa, and he told him by the end of the evening the beard was up here. He had to keep lifting it up to look out. It was very funny. Leo is crazy.
Wasn't he just giving away like stupid things and just do that one, yeah?
He was giving away loads of stuff. Someone said, "Is my mic on?" I will say I did have a bit of an accident earlier, and I sort of pulled it. So I'm hoping it's working. Guys, let me know if it is working.
Ian Rayman Walker just put, "This Christmas I'm taking the whole family to Lapland," which is great because normally those clubs don't let the kids in. I thought his name was Wayne. What does the E stand for? Extraordinary.
Right, we have got a few things.
So this isn't only a live, it's a live launch as well.
It is a live launch as well.
Or a launch live.
A live launch. Hang on 1 second.
Well, while you're doing... Oh, I've lost the glasses. While you're doing that, Peter...
My mic should be better now, right? Let me know. I did actually run out of batteries, didn't check them before I...
While you're just doing that, I'm just going to quickly say, if you've not got one of these yet, there is still time to get them before Christmas.
Yes.
And I have been using this at my Christmas parties, and it goes down a storm. Not only with the kids, but also with the adults. And if you saw me on the live do it a few weeks back, I mainly use the Christmas tree one. And instead of doing the rubbing off, on one side I have it set up with just 3 balls, which I draw one there and then. But on the other side, I've done a whole Christmas tree decoration, and I talk about turning on the Christmas lights, and then I flick it, and it becomes the whole tree decorated. And then I say turn the lights off again, and it turns off, and it goes back to the 3 baubles again. Nice. But it's a really, really good. They're really made. John Horn's done a great job, and you get this amazing snowball with it, which is it's really weird when you feel it. But that's a really great little addition as well. So if you haven't got one of these yet, they are on the site now. They are not much money. They're less than £20, I believe, aren't they? £15?
Yeah, I think so. And you're getting 2, a pen, and the snowball.
Yeah, you get it all. So it's completely ready to go straight out of the packet. So you can't really see it there because it's white, but there's against the white background. But you get the snowman, you get the Christmas tree, you get the snowball, and you get the pen. So they look like that, and it's all completely ready to go. The snowball isn't a sponge, but it is squishy, and it feels really weird. And you can pull it off the snowman and hand it out. It's really cool. So yeah, check it out, have a look. It's really good. I highly recommend this, as well as being a really great paddle routine as well. And it's not a card trick, so it's really nice. When you do a walkabout, and especially at the moment with the restrictions in place, nobody has to pick anything or do anything. They can just watch it, and you can do the move. It's a really strong piece of magic. So yeah, check it out. There is a few. I think there's less than 10 left in stock. So make sure you grab one because they are awesome.
They are awesome. Lee Alex said, "Will we be zooming the party?" We won't be zooming the party. Next year, I am going to have a little bit of a technical update to our studio. So I'm going to be incorporating Zoom and everything. At the moment, we can't, but. It's funny that Lee should say that because every year we do give a prize for the best dressed.
Ooh.
So if you're dressed up to watch the live, we will ask you at some point to start dropping photos into the chat of you dressed up watching the live. And we do pick random people out and they get prizes, a share of the £1,000, and I would say this is more closer to 2,000 than 1,000.
Peter doesn't know, but I snuck a couple of extra things off the shelves into the bag earlier on. I said to Harry, look, you got loads of these, and he went, oh yeah, shove them in the bag then, don't tell my dad. You know.
It's honestly, the stuff out there is brilliant. There's a lot of stuff.
Has Lee Alex got a bit of an advantage in the dressing up bit of it though? Because if he comes on dressed up with all the costumes and the quick change stuff that he makes, he's there, and if he goes, oh, this is me dressed up as whatever, and then he changes and now he's dressed as something else. You know what I mean? He could get 2 entrants in, whereas other people would be like trying to get their arm out of the sleeve, and he's like, just done it, you know.
Actually, I'm going to ask Lee Alex this because, Lee, are we allowed to let people know on the Magic Circle page that we have a Christmas party tomorrow?
Ooh.
I don't know what the rules are. I might have to speak to Cancel and see what they say. Because the more magicians, the better. Wayne?
Yes, always. And I most people don't know this, but during the 10-minute countdown, I spend most of that time sharing this onto groups that I'm part of on Facebook. So if you're a member of any groups that allow it, please feel free to share any of the lives or the live launches or the Christmas party tomorrow night.
Magic groups.
Any magic, well, yeah, onto the magic groups. So I'm like part of Magicians World, Magicians Only, Magicians of Facebook, place like that. Magicians around the world, etc. So I share to those groups. So if you're a member of any group and you don't see the posts coming up in there, feel free to share them onto there, and that gets more people to come over and have a look.
Yeah,
it's just sharing the love.
So before we get on and speak about the new product which is being launched right here, right now,
I can't believe that.
Let's talk about one of the products that you picked up from the shop this morning.
Oh.
Which one would you like to talk about?
I think I'll talk about this one first.
Okay.
Because this is a brand new. This is a it's a relaunch, but it's also a revamp.
Yes.
And it's so beautiful. So should we show the trailer first, or
shall we?
Let's do the trailer.
We're going to play trailer roulette because 2 of these screens are blank. So we'll see which one. I'll know pretty instant. You ready?
Little bit of.
This is a devastating split-second invisible switch that happens right before your spectators' eyes. Imagine your spectators shuffle and freely select any 4 cards at all that they want. We keep them safe right here as we show them that every single card is 100% blank. Well, every single card except 4 cards, most likely the 4 they selected right over here. There is nothing to adapt or make. Within minutes, you can start performing incredible moments of magic. You can visually change cards, clean up any packet tricks, and even switch in your favorite gimmick cards. Every custom-built unit comes with 6 full routines. Remember, this is a full view switch that looks so fair, it's almost criminal. Switcher 2 makes the impossible possible.
There we go.
It's awesome. And
It really is awesome.
I had the original like 25 years ago or something, and it was great back then, but this is so much better.
So the main difference, because I've got the original at home still. I bought it when it first came out years ago, and I used to use it a lot, especially on the ships when I was in Spain. It was one of those, because it just sits in your top pocket, it's one of those things that you don't need to worry about it, it's just there. So at any time you can do, if you want to do something impromptu with it. I think when I was in Spain, me and Rodney used to do a thing with, we'd bring out a blank business card and put it in, and then say, oh, you want a business card, oh, hold on, and then it would be printed on one side and give it to them. But you can do, like, literally, not necessarily impromptu, but apparently impromptu things at any time you want. The original version, yeah, I suppose you could, but the thing is, it's visible here. So the idea is it doesn't go into the pocket. It sits there in view. Whereas if you use another pocket,
You could just switch it.
you could just be switching. Then you've got to show your pocket empty. I think the fact that it's here on your breast pocket. But I just said to you, Pete, this will probably fit in my waistcoat breast pocket as well. I've got a waistcoat that's got a pocket here. So the main difference is the size. So the original one was about the same size as a pack of cards. And it would fit there, and that was fine. This is a lot thinner, and it's also held in place. And it's really, it's really nice, much more streamlined. And
it's a far better unit. When you showed me, I was really impressed with
Yeah,
it. This is
much.
the first look I've had at it, and the original I remember had to be, you had to pin it in and everything else. This sets up in like
Seconds.
5 seconds. Yeah,
and you can take it out. There's nothing.
you're not
Permanently
altering
securing.
anything.
No, there's no altering, nothing. So if you were switching jackets or you whatever, it's a 1 second, take it out and put it back in, and it's done.
Lee Alex said, could you have a pocket square? Yes, you could. You could have this in front of the pocket square.
Yeah,
So you could.
that's a nice little,
Even one of those
nice,
lovely magic circle pocket squares.
nice
that
little
Alex
plug.
did.
Nice little plug there for Lee as well. Well done, man. That's good. I like your style there, friend. I do. I really like your style. If you've not checked out the Lee Alex pocket squares, make sure you do, because they are amazing as well.
They are amazing. He's just done a custom run for the Magic Circle.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, with
And
the
they're
logo on it and
beautiful.
stuff.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Make sure you check out my Wayne's Wednesdays Wizarding Wonders as well, because I've done a couple for Lee on his Devil's Handkerchief, the Love Handkerchief where you shake it and the hearts come off, and also on the Old McDonald's Gag Bag, which are all so beautifully made and an absolute pleasure to use. I used the Devil's Handkerchief one, or Devil's Bandana. I used the black one on Friday at a gig I was at, and I took a red sponge ball and put it in and made it vanish. And sponge balls, obviously they're spongy, but when you have to squash them to make them go flat. So when it went into the bandana, when I opened it up, there's a big bulge, obviously where it's sitting. No one could see it. It was so beautifully made. No one could see there was a bulge there. And I opened it and I showed it both sides, and I could see it because I'm looking down it. But from the front, they hadn't got a. It was so So highly recommend. But yeah, Switcher 2. I wasn't expecting this to be as nicely made as it was. I was expecting it to be well made. I was expecting it to be a good unit, but I wasn't expecting it to be as cool as it is. And it's far surpassed my expectations. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm really looking forward to using it.
Cool. So we have got a few Switcher 2s in stock
Yes.
now, not many.
They came in today, I believe.
Yeah, and we do have another delivery as well, turning up Monday, but that will be the last delivery before Christmas. And obviously, postal days are running out.
Yes.
I think next Tuesday or Wednesday is the last day for posting to reach you before Christmas. So get your orders in now if you want them, and we'll be speaking about the other trick that Wayne picked up for himself in a moment. So shall we've got Mark Call here as well from Alexam USA. Hi Mark.
Hello mate, nice to see you.
So
we should get him on the live sometime. Let's see if he can jump on.
I know, he's just so busy at the moment. But I will do, and obviously when the new site goes live, Mark's going to be quite active in there as well, and we're really going to be sort of opening up Alakazam USA as well. So we've got so many American customers now, so they'll get a far faster service as well, which is great. We're really excited about that. New website's coming along really well. Guys, remember as well, please, if you've got any academies, if you want your order history from your account, if you've got any streaming videos, please start downloading those videos, because at some point the old site will be gone and we cannot transfer them. So you have got the ability to download your academies, your streaming videos, and your order history. So please, if it's something that you need and you want to keep, and all your videos, you should be downloading and backing up anyway, because once you've purchased them, they are your property. So please download them. We are going to give you grace of a few months to do it, but once the site's gone, that's it, it's gone. So we are giving you 3 months to do it. So please start downloading them now. It won't take you that much time. So yeah, do that, and use up your loyalty points, because they cannot be transferred either. We have got a new loyalty point system going in, which I think you're really going to like, but we can't transfer the points you already have. So start using your points. Right, shall we introduce our special guest?
Yes.
And we can have a little chat about a brand new product.
Live, launch live.
Let me just make sure he's there. Give us a wave if you're free to join us. Yes, he is. I can see him waving. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Mr. Dean James. Hi, Dean. How are you? Oh, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Let me plug in.
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Good stuff. So, Dean, introduce yourself to everyone in case they don't know who you are.
Okay, so I'm Dean James, and I've been a fanatical, obsessive, hobbyist, stroke, semi-professional spender of money at Alakazam magician for about 3 decades. I think I've probably paid your ground rent down there, Peter.
We've got a whole wing named after you. So, but Dean, you've created something very special. Actually, it's something you came up with quite a while ago. How did this all come about? We'll talk a little bit about it, then we'll drop the trailer, and then we'll talk a bit more.
Yeah, so it was the whole idea of after I'd seen the film Rayman in 1989. I mean, that's long before some of us had been born. Me and you were alive; we were 19. But after watching that, I had this thing about, even before I was in magic, about doing card gambling techniques and what have you. And then I got into magic when David Blaine sort of like hit the scene in the mid-90s, I think it was, and started doing card tricks. And then when did The Code come out by Andy Nyman?
That must have been about 7 years ago. I mean, he had it out before. He had it out as the Homicide deck, I think, which he used to hand make.
Yeah, when that come out, it was the first, I think I'm right in saying, Mark deck before the Marksman deck.
Well, there was one before. There was the Demon deck by Leo and Larry Becker, which that was sort of multi-markings. But yeah.
So I started messing about with the cord, and then when Luke May brought out the Marksman Deck, which was fantastic, I was using that to do like Rayman style effects, cutting, because it tells you how many cards you put to and the numerical value of all the cards. And I messed about with it just down the pub with the lads, and was getting great reactions from it for quite a few years, until about 4 years ago, my eyes started coming up to 50, presumably. My eyes started to go, and I couldn't use it anymore. And then I had to start reading glasses, and I thought, I just can't use it anymore. It must have been the type of magazines we were reading when I was younger. Maybe that was it. But anyway, I had this idea, and I phoned you a few years ago first about it, Pete, about how much would it cost to make my own, and you kind of threw in all the negatives about how much it does cost, and then I had this extra idea, because I didn't want to make it to sell to the world at first. I wanted it for me, so I could see the markings on it, I'd come up with this idea about what if we could actually weigh the cards as well, if we could really weigh the cards and do a little routine like going down the weights and tell you that you cut to the king of clubs, and then prove it by weighing them on these sort of like weighing scales. And when I spoke to you about it, I don't know if you can remember, I phoned you up and you told me about the slight differences in the cards. If you get a standard bike deck and you weigh them on one of these in grams, a bike card is 1.6 grams approximately, because some are 1.59, some are 1.5, some are 1.62. So I thought, well, that's going to be impossible. How could you possibly, depending on what stack you're in, be able to accurately mark the cards with the weights on if they're all slightly different? And then just a couple of years ago, I'd been to see, it's probably about 3 years ago now, Luke May put on a fantastic little show in Manchester with Max Maven. And Max Maven said, obviously a mentalist, said that it is correct to be sometimes wrong in mentalism, or out a little bit. And it started making me think, so I got a set of these scales and started trying to weigh the cards, and it wasn't working. Then it's got a new monitor, and then it started to work, but I was out by about a gram, half a gram. And then I thought, right, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to get a lot of samples from MPC and see which are the best cards that you could do with this. Do this with, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Some of them are 1.69, some are 1.7 on Ren, on this deck, and some are 1.71. The task me and Dave Frith had, the guy who made this physical for me, was really difficult. We went through 4 or 5 different types of scales, and I think about 30 different types of playing cards. And so we come up with one that weighs just about 1.7 grams each card. And then we started to mark them up. So now what you've got is a multi-mark deck, like the Marksman deck, but with a ton of other markings, including force cards on the jokers. On the back of the jokers, as long as it's stacked in monarchy, you can deal out any of the royal flushes. Once you learn the code, it takes a few minutes. And on top of that, we've now got a deck for the first time that you can accurately weigh the cards. You pull them off, bottom left-hand corner, you can clearly see the marking in grams, put them on the scales, and you're within about half a gram. And that is close enough, because when you're really doing this, and I did this at the President's Night in Liverpool, at the Mahatma Magic Circle in Liverpool, for President Michael Barini there on Thursday. And if somebody puts a few cards in your hand like that, as a human being, you can see where we are then, as a human being, if you say that weighs exactly 34.62 grams, that's inhuman. But if you go through this little weighing action and say, I think this is between 35 and 37 grams, I'm going to go down the middle, 36 grams, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It makes it more real. That stack that I had actually there is 45 grams. And if I put them on these little digi scales, it's going to be difficult here. But it would, do you want me to see if I can show you this?
Yeah, and then we've got the trailer as well. So the trailer tells us a bit more as well. So we'll play that in a moment.
I'll just lift up the tripod. So this is saying 45 grams, 26 cards here, right? So if we go down, you can see that says 44.97, 0.3 of a gram out, 0.4 of a gram out. Now that is close enough. And it also tells me down there that it's 26 cards, which means it cuts with the thing of diamonds. And then you can count them out. So that's the difference. That's the kind of from Ultimate's Alexam Deck. But it allows middle-aged people like me. Are we still middle-aged? Oh, it's past middle-aged.
No, I would still say we're young.
We're still young.
Yeah, 50s to move.
A lot of old people do say that. I'm only a little bit behind you. I'm fastly approaching 50, so yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
It allows you to perform, and especially people who like to perform style routines. You know, when you're doing a whole routine that you can do with a marksman deck, or 10 cans add up to 197, you're doing that with it, and then you can go on to a further super skill of weighing the cards and get it accurate. Now, if you're a mnemonican like myself and you can do mnemonic fluent, it gives you a slight advantage, but this deck was produced to allow non-mnemonicans to do everything by using the markings on cards. For me, and a great chap called Owen in Wales who's worked with me for 2 years on this, everything's memorised now, so we don't have to use the markings. So that's where you can take it from. You know, I can look away, I know what. So Wayne, if you shout a card out to me.
3 of clubs.
What was that, sorry?
3 of clubs.
So the three of clubs is position 4 in Monaco. So that would be 6.8 grams, and it would also be 16. Total value would be 16. So there, everything's memorised now. What's down on here, but a non-mnemonican can do everything by looking at this.
So if you are a mnemonica user or practitioner, this is totally built for you. But if you don't do it, I don't do mnemonica, but the cards tell me everything I need to know anyway. So, you know, there are little quirks that are easier to do if you know mnemonica, but most of the stuff you can do whether you know mnemonica or not.
Can you just show the cards so everyone can see what
we've got a little trailer here where you show them as well.
Dave Bradford has done a fantastic job. There's the king. So it's an Egyptian theme, Wayne. So if I show you through the
that's it. No,
that's it. There we go.
Yeah, so they're beautiful. They're good for collectors. Thankfully, an ordinary.
They look beautiful. They look really beautiful.
Yeah, so the markings, Wayne, are in Tamil Brahmi. Now, it's not Tamil Brahmi, it's based on Tamil Brahmi. So somebody out there, if they're familiar with Tamil Brahmi, they'll be saying, why is Indian ancient Tamil Brahmi on the back of an Egyptian B deck? And the reason for that is when I was researching it all and I was trying to think of how can I produce a multi-mark deck with all these markings on, that the markings are hidden in plain sight and you can see them from 2 feet away. How can you do that unless you've got something like markings on DMC deck? And I was researching the history of magic. And you know when Google gives you all these add-ons when you come out of what you, and it come up with Tamil Brahmi. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And I was thinking it was Egyptian, like the hieroglyphic style stuff in the pyramids. And what it is, a few thousand years ago, archaeologists have found recently artifacts off the coasts of Egypt with Tamil Brahmi on proving that the Indians were trading with the Egyptians thousands of years ago. So this is designed as like a deck of cards that your Aunt May brought you back from Cairo, if you will. You know what I mean? So yeah, the markings are, well, I sent Max Maven a deck of these when I had the prototype, because he sent a message saying fascinating, because I'd sent cheekily messaged him and sent him a few video clips. I sent him the deck, and he had it a week, and then they asked me, how do I read it? Now, if Max Maven can't tell you, and the box is the truth, then nobody can.
Yeah.
But
you really can't. There's nothing. You could sit there and study them for years, and you wouldn't work it out.
That's
you'd
awesome.
Never find out. It's coded. If anyone knows Tamil Brahmi, which is ancient Tamil Brahmi, which is a small population, you could pick up on a couple of the characters, but because it's coded around the deck, you don't know what they're looking at. You know, so it's and yet you can see it from 2 feet away. You can see the mark. Well, unless you're over 50, well, you can still see it.
I'm all right then. I'll be all right for a few more years.
You'll be all right. Yeah. So amongst that was before we go to the trailer, I'll just show you these jokers that Dave Frisk designed with.
Yeah, the design work is incredible. They're really, really good.
So believe it or not, them 2 jokers winning are forcing. This one forces the 6 of clubs, and that one forces the 9 of diamonds, and there's a third joker that forces the 4 of clubs. And it's hidden in plain sight. When I explain it, I'll show you later. And it's brilliant for a hypnotic script.
Nice.
But it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, I'll tell you what, Dean, let's play the trailer.
Yes.
So guys, these are now live on our website. There aren't a huge amount of decks in. We haven't gone for, or Dean hasn't gone for 5,000 run or anything else. There's a limited quantity in stock. They are $34.99. They're perfect for the collector. As well as the worker. I mean, Dean's been using it all the time. I think Lance Bowen, who's a fantastic worker here in the UK, uses it all the time. And the artwork to them, Ian Maltby just put, the artwork is amazing, and it really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck of cards, which will, which will fascinate your audience anyway. It's an interesting piece. It really is, and they don't look like a trick deck. The artwork looks too nice to be a trick deck. Do you know what I mean? It looks like what they are, this sort of Egyptian deck. So let's play the trailer, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rayman by Dean James and Colin Fripp.
Hi guys, my name is Dean James and this is Rayman. Rayman is a multi-mark deck that cannot be read by anybody else but you, the performer. The Rayman markings is a code based on ancient Tamil Brahmi. And the great thing is, the code can be learned in just a few minutes. So with the Rayman markings, you will not struggle to see them at all. They can be seen from a couple of feet away, even in lone light. So the Rayman deck has a beautiful Egyptian theme and is great for collectors. The Rayman deck has been called the full metal jacket of mark decks because it is absolutely fully loaded. On the back of the jokers there is a marking that allows a performer to deal out each of the 4 royal flushes, which is unique to the Rayman. Another unique feature of the Rayman deck gives you the ability to actually weigh the cards in grams right in front of your participants' eyes. Another one of the markings on the back of the Rayman gives you the ability to define whether the card is red or black, which is great for them out of this world performances or oil and water. So there is a marking on the back of the card which tells you what this card actually is. There's also a marking that tells you how many cards they've cut or what card that is. There's also another marking on the back of the cards which tells you the total numerical value of all the cards they hold in their hand. As well as the free jokers, the deck also comes with a double backer and a mnemonic crib card. My name is Dean James and this is Rayman.
Amazing, mate.
Yes, well done.
And loads of great comments coming in. The cards look incredible.
Pete,
Yeah.
I just had a message. It's Dave Frith, not Colin.
Yes, I said that as soon
As soon as it went on.
as it went on. I saw the title come up. When it's Dave, it's not Colin. Do you know why? When I was putting the product up today, I've got to check that, make sure I haven't put Colin in that, because all that was coming in my head was Colin Firth, the actor, when I read it.
I'll quickly check it. I'll quickly check it for you.
I'll change it anyway.
Anyway.
You've had some great comments. Ian Maltby said, can it be used in any stack? Now, the thing is, it's been built for mnemonica, so there's certain things. Obviously, as a standard mark deck, it can be. You'll know what the card is they're on. So if you want to use it as a mark deck, it could be shuffled. It could be anything. But if you want to do the weight, if you want to see the card ahead, that is geared towards mnemonica. So obviously you cannot shift that out of stack. But the great thing about any sort of deck like this is you can start off by doing your Rayman routine. You do the weighing bit, the other stuff, and then you just hand the deck out, get someone to shuffle it, and now you're left with a marked deck that you could carry on using all evening for your other marked stuff, and even tricks that don't use marks, and you just bring the marked effect in just to knock them for 6 at some point.
Absolutely, yeah.
It also opens up a lot of, I mean, the presentation ideas. The design on them is just fantastic. You know, you've got as soon as people see them, they're going to be interested in them. They've got a great front design, great back design. There's going to be an automatic attention grabber, you know, and they're not even going to realise that they're looking at the method right in front of them, you know, because it's hidden in plain sight. Yeah, no, they're beautiful, beautiful deck of cards.
And they are. The design on them is wonderful. Can you show us them again?
Yeah. All right, let's get a few. So I'll show you the.
I love that.
Right.
I love that design behind the cards. It really makes them like pop out, and that you haven't gone for the normal, like the layout for the 9 there. For instance, you go back to the 9, the other card being in your hand. There's like that's the normal 6 design, but the 9 is made out in a different kind of design layout, and the 10, they look fantastic.
The beautiful thing as well, you get a lot of these sort of collector's decks that are really hard to see and hard to make out. And you can't really use them performing because your spectator, half the time, you don't know what the card is.
Yeah.
You've got to look twice and your spectator's got no chance. The fact is, even though you've gone for a more sort of unique design, it's still very evident. The indices are very plain, very simple, or not plain, sorry, they're still designed, but they stand out, you know what it is.
They've got, Dave's put a large index on them, so it's, I mean, for using them on in a power situation, it's better with a large index as well. But the design is purely down to Dave Frith. I went up there, and because, like I said earlier, when I can't use a computer, when Steve Della sent me to NPC site, out the night fight there, And then I just didn't have a clue. So I was going down to see Dave Frith anyway. He was doing some work for me, and I threw it in his lap, and he come up with that. And he just got that into it that I was kind of panicking because Dave's time was valuable. And then he said to me, he wanted to invest in it instead of charging me for the work. So I thought, that's brilliant. He spent some time doing that. And I think now he's a magician.
It's brilliant. I've got a question for Dave as well. I have apparently put Colin on the website, so should I change the website or can he change his name?
Oh, it's only 35 quid, isn't it, on Depot? Change the name. I mean, if he's going to be...
I'm extremely busy.
If he's committed, let's be honest.
Right, it's going to be changed. My apologies. I know exactly why it was, because I was thinking of Colin Firth.
I have heard that he looks a bit like Colin Firth.
Yeah.
I have heard that he gets that a lot.
He's more talented. More talented.
On the trailer it's got Dave Frith, hasn't it?
Sorry, mate?
On the trailer you've put Dave Frith.
Yeah, no, I think on the website, and that's when I noticed, when the trailer came up, I went, oh God, I've just called him Colin. And then I thought, I better put Colin.
Is Dave with us? Because I can't see any of the comments.
No, I don't think so.
I've not seen any. I've got it here, and I can't see any comments from him on the.
I've changed his name, Wayne. It'll be Colin now.
It'll be that's what it'll be. I'll have a search. Yeah, no, I can't see. He's not coming up on the Facebook ones.
Well,
I seen Mark Spellman comment.
Yeah, Mark's here.
Yeah, I need to speak to Mark about his little comment a little while ago.
Mark has just, not Spellman, our other Mark has just ordered one, so that's great. They are really good, and the instructional video as well is really, really good. That runs for, how long is the instructional video? You go into quite a lot of detail.
2 hours 20.
Wow.
Yeah, you go into a lot of detail with different routines.
It was a full bottle of Jack Daniels. That's how long it was.
Oh, 20 minutes then.
Yeah, it's brilliant though. It's such a great deck, and like I said, you know, if you're a deck collector or you just like Mark decks, it is unique. It's unique in style. The marking system has never been used before, and when we're talking about a marking system, we are talking about a system. It's not the current trend of literally just sticking the name of the card on the back, which, you know, is great. I've got nothing against that. It is a system, so if you're ever worried about people spotting marks, you shouldn't be anyway, but if you are, they're never going to spot this.
No.
They're never going to spot it. They won't have a clue what's going on.
The link has been shared in the comments a couple of times as well.
Brilliant.
So if you're looking for it, well, on the Facebook people, I don't know about the YouTube, but if you're on Facebook and you go to the comment section of this video, you will see there is a link a couple of times been shared to take you straight to it, so you can order it.
Yeah.
But like Peter said, there's not a massive amount, is there, in stock?
No.
So yeah, miss out.
Yeah, and it will be going out in an email today as well. So get in quick. You guys are seeing it before anyone else.
Look at that.
So, don't forget that the first 5 ordered, there is a free Rayman one-way force deck with the free of diamonds. The free of diamonds one-way force deck. There's 5 of them you've got down there.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So the person, and they cost me 18 quid each then, and I'm giving 5 to them.
Right. Well, I better tell Andy, because he'll be packing these as we
Yeah, he might have took them home. He might have got them himself. He's had them nearly a year.
Right. So.
Well, they look beautiful, and congratulations on the release. And I know they'll do really well because, you know, like I said, even people who don't necessarily want them for the tricks, if they're collectors, they're going to look beautiful. They're very different. They're really striking. They're attention grabbing. So yeah, congratulations and yeah, well done for bringing it to market.
There's a Facebook group I opened a couple of days ago as well for because there's that much that Neomants have been doing with the routines. There's tons of routines you can do with them, because it's one of them where you're only limited by your imagination. You know, there's that much on it. So that is there to help anyone. I mean, a lot of the Magic Deck users and mnemonicals, as I call them, they'll have their own stuff anyway. They'll go off the tangent and do their own stuff. But for people who get into Magic, if they need any help, just contact me through the Facebook group. Just look for the Rayman Facebook group, and we can we'll come up with some good routines.
Brilliant. No, that's great. Well, Dean, thank you so much for joining us and sharing this with us, because it is amazing. There's a load of good comments, and I'm sure the orders are going to start coming in. It's such a lovely deck of cards. Like I said, even for the collector, the artwork is just superb on them as well. So give Dave or Colin, give them both a pat on the back. Give them both a pat on the back for me. Yeah, well done. Yes, well done, Dave.
Cheers, Wayne. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. We'll see you soon.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. So, guys, go grab yourself a Rayman deck. They are superb. They're superb. And remember, the first 5 people also get a one-way force deck. That's cool. Right? So that's really, really good. So, what was the second trick you picked up for yourself?
So I picked up one of these today, and you said put it down.
Yeah, I've been keeping my stock alive. Good fun.
I saw this come out last week, or the last couple of days. I saw it on the website, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I got it when I came in this morning and I had a look at it, and I was like very, very excited. So this is ABC by Spidey. Now I'd heard of Spidey before, and I can't remember why. He's had a couple of releases out already, but I've always liked him, and I liked his style. He's very much he's a bit like me, I think. He's a bit in your face and a bit loud, and just very outgoing. But this is, so first of all, I love the packaging. This isn't a draw box, I've taken the deck out. I love the packaging, but it's a flashcard effect. And it says 2 packs included, and there is, but it's actually got 2 packs in here. And it's a set of flashcards. Now I'm going to open this one up. I can't perform it yet, obviously, because Peter's told me I've got to watch the instructional video. But you get a few extra cards with it for other things. But then you've got these amazing flashcards with brilliant pictures. They're really striking. They really stand out. And it says on the trailer I saw for it, or on the write-up I saw for it, it's got multiple routines possible with it, and there's loads you can do. I just think it's just great as a deck of cards. I mean, you can see there, if I'm doing a family show and there's kids in the audience, they're going to know instantly that there's no confusion here at all. Let me turn that way, as to what they're looking at. And it just looks fantastic. I mean, that's great. I love that one, the skeleton one.
And the quality is great. These were printed, as far as I'm aware, by the USPCC as well.
I was about to say that they spread, they fan, they feel really nice. Yeah. Sometimes with these sort of cards, they're a bit clunky and a bit, and normal flashcards, can be a bit, but these really feel like a nice deck of cards. I think you've got a trailer for it, haven't you?
I have got a trailer for it. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I have seen it already, but I would like to see it again because it is a very good trailer.
Just for you, Wayne.
Oh, thank you. Everyone else get a cup of tea. This is me.
There's no way I can know anything. With my head turned away, you thought of an object, a drawing. What was it? Say it out loud.
Planets.
Planets.
Yeah. No!
I've always felt that there was a gap in the tools available to mentalists. Because if you think about it, magicians have cards, which makes a lot of sense to demonstrate sleight of hand, and out of necessity, mentalists had to borrow that.
Everything everything like you described about me was very accurate, like very true. It was like weird. How?
I wanted something that makes more sense for a mentalist, something that has meaning, and that when a spectator makes a choice, you can actually connect with that choice. Liana, sometimes you get very overwhelmed. Does that make sense? Is this like a very relaxing concept? Yeah, I am feeling that.
Whoa!
Let me show you what I mean. Flashcards. Everyone knows what they are. You could pick them up at any store. But if someone chooses a ring, for example, you can know so much more about where their mind went with that. Connection, romance, future aspirations, a past event. It's so much more impactful than a 7 of clubs. What was it?
A bathtub.
A bathtub. So does that make sense? But here's the crazy part. There's a devious secret hidden in plain sight. In fact, you're looking at it right now. Those who know what it is can see it right now, clear as day. But those who don't will absolutely never see it. The deck was shuffled and cut by you. You randomly cut somewhere, you looked at one symbol. Say what it was.
Ring.
Ring?
Yeah.
Like that? Ow! But I want to try this with you, Jonas. You just cut somewhere random, you held it there. I've gone nowhere near those. Turn it over, show everyone what you were thinking of. Like it's a sign for the girls' washroom. I drew one thing. Would you say that?
What?
What? So you might be thinking to yourself, now hold on, this sounds really complicated. It's going to take me a lot of time to master this. I want to see how long it's going to take someone who doesn't do magic at all to be able to do ABC. Do you think you've got it?
Yeah. Show everybody what you chose.
I chose a volcano. In 10 minutes, Maya, who's never done magic in her life, read my mind and figured out that I was thinking of the volcano. The cards are not marked. There's no complicated sleight of hand. You're not forcing anything. They can examine the flashcards under a microscope for the rest of their lives. They're not going to see it. You have 3 photos in there that no one saw. But I'm getting something sweet. I'm getting a symbol for women, and I'm getting, the image I'm getting is like a skull. We have... What was the last one I said? Some feminine? Extremely deceptive and brand new secret. Everyday recognizable prop. Really, really easy to learn. Guys, you can't ask for better. But I think this gets the idea out.
And I mean, that's just like some psychology right there.
Bro, I don't know.
That is great.
Yeah, it is. It's really good, and it is a new method as far as I'm aware. I know that we've got. It's not the same method at all, but we've got something coming out of Nicholas Mavrassis, which he did on his academy a few months ago, which uses something similar, but it's yeah, it's so clever.
It's very funny because we were just talking about it while the trailer was playing, and I've not watched the full instructional video for it yet because I couldn't get it on my phone.
Doesn't that surprise me?
but we were talking about it, and I've already learned part of the method.
Yeah.
And it's that, and it actually says, I mean, it's designed to look like a box of flashcards. It says 2 plus, age 2 plus, and it says here easy learning, and that's not a lie. It is so easy to learn, and it's just, I'm very excited. I will very quickly add that I said it's unmarked. Yeah, they're not. They can examine the backs of the cards and the fronts. It's not marked at all. It's a completely different method. I said before that we played the trailer that, you know, if you're doing a family show and there's kids there, this is not a kid's trick, or it's not aimed at children. You can do it with kids, and I will do it. This is one of those things that I will use with older children especially, but also for adults as well. This is great. You can bring it out. I'll play along the lines of, this is an old deck of cards my daughter had when she was younger, and I thought I'd do some tricks when they've got nice pictures and it's nice and visual, so let's do something with it. But this is not a kid's trick. This is not something that's aimed at kids, you know, this is for serious. It's a really serious mentalism tool, which enables you to really push the boundaries, I think, on some aspects of the presentations.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, obviously, Spellman had out the gallery a couple of years ago, and big news for gallery owners as well, coming in 2022. And Spellman was one of the first people to use images instead of playing cards, and it really does open it up so much more, and it's suddenly not a card trick.
Yeah, I have the gallery. I also have the David Jonathan one.
Yeah,
snaps. Yeah, and I love both of them. They are. I used the gallery, Spellman's gallery, at least 4 times that I can remember on my Facebook Zoom shows. You know, it was kind of trying to put in new material all the time, every week, etc. But I used it at least 4 times. It's such a great tool. So this is ABC by Spidey. I think you'll agree from the video as well. He's a really likeable guy. He's a really nice guy. He goes into depth. So I couldn't get the sound working on the instructions on my phone, so I'm going to watch it later on my laptop. But from what I was looking, it's quite a long video that you get with it, and it looks like I was skipping through it, and he really goes into detail on what's going on, and you will be impressed with the method. It's a cool new method. Well, not method really, a cool new system. But yeah, they're not marked. They're not marked at all. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm really looking forward to taking it out and playing with it.
They are in stock now. Right, we are coming to the end of today's show as well. Guys, remember, guys and girls, tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock, right here on Facebook and YouTube, we are going live with the Alakazam online Christmas party.
So tomorrow?
If you haven't attended one before, you'll be in with a chance of winning. Even if you haven't attended one before, you'll still be in with a chance of winning a share of over £1,000 worth of magic that we are giving away tomorrow evening. It's going to be a fun evening. We have contributions from Jamie Dawes, who sent in a trick to teach you guys. Chris Congreve sent in a trick. I believe Nicholas Mavresis is sending a trick. We've also got something special lined up. We've got loads of prizes to give away. Spellman has sent in 10 decks of his limited edition X500 deck, which we are giving away tomorrow evening.
That's amazing.
We've also got a quiz which will be happening. It's a 20-question multiple choice quiz, and it's not magic based.
Ooh.
There are some things that you're going to have to guess at, but it's going to be a fun quiz.
Pete, I have heard that we've got a very special guest coming tomorrow night as well.
We have indeed. Unfortunately, one bit of bad news. You can't make it tomorrow.
No, I can't. I can't make it for the. But this seat will be occupied by somebody who will make up for me not being here.
I doubt they could make up for you not being here.
He's a very special person.
He is a special person, but we'll see him tomorrow evening. So he's going to be there. Also, for those interested in Andy and what Andy's up to, you'll be able to see whether Andy won his Christmas bonus this year.
Ooh.
Because that video will play tomorrow night. Also, we have the Alexam Awards, where we have the award for Best Selling Trick, award for Best Academy, award for Best Creator, and award for Best Download.
And even though this seat will be occupied by somebody else, we have 2 very handsome young gentlemen joining as well, which are obviously
Andy and Harry.
Andy and Harry, yeah. And of course, Gary and Steve-O will be here.
The Ace Magic.
The Ace Magic boys.
Coming down to join in the festivities as well. And no doubt the generous pair, will throw some Ace Magic stuff into the giveaway pot.
If they don't, I will. Yeah. I just won't tell them.
Wayne and Harry are doing like a supermarket sweep around the shop.
One arm in like that, and then just run down the thing.
Also, for anyone interested and that haven't picked one up already, we are now down to our last few safes. And once these are gone, there won't be any more till March. So, February. So if you're after one, grab one while you can. So I think that's about it. We're going to leave you with the trailer to Safe. But we will see you all tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Don't be late, grab a drink. And remember, we will be giving away prizes to best dressed people.
Oh.
So dress yourself up, grab yourself a drink, and you need to put a photograph of you watching the live in your outfit. Whatever outfit it is, could be a Christmas jumper, could be a party hat, could be a glove. It doesn't matter. Put other stuff on.
Stood there like that with a glove, like.
Right.
Ian Raymond Walker, I dare you. I dare you, Ian Raymond Walker.
Just thinking that. As soon as I said it, I thought, oh God, what have we done? Right. So post your pictures up in the chat while we're live. There will be prizes given away. Now there are so many prizes that we are just going to give them away randomly throughout the evening, as well as we'll have set things for prizes. But we're really excited. Grab
Yes,
yourself a drink,
it's going to be a great night.
get your Christmas jumper on, and join us.
Or your elf t-shirt.
Yep, or your elf t-shirt, yeah.
There we go. I actually do a lot of work with the elves, quite a lot. Yeah, I'm part of the National Elf Service.
Right.
I got a little laugh, and elves are small.
Oh, Ian Raymond Walker said, dare me to what?
Just to wear just a glove and have a picture. Come on, Ian, keep up.
Right, okay. We're good.
Are we
We're
good?
going? Right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock, and we do have the final live of the year happening next Tuesday as well. So please join us for a bit of Christmas merriment. But we will see you tomorrow evening. It's going to be a fun evening. Leo Schmetzers is joining us. We've got a very special guest coming. We've got the guys from Ace Magic. Harry will be here. Andy will be here. Jenny will be here. Jack Daniels will be here.
Bye.
So it's going to be a fun night. We will see you tomorrow night, and we're going to leave you with the trailer for Safe.
See you tomorrow.
This is Safe, a lock and key routine that you can perform anytime, anywhere. You receive absolutely everything you need to perform this effect, including 4 high quality leather key rings and wallet, a high quality lock, and get this, we even supplied you with movie replica notes in sterling, US dollar and euros, so you don't even have to use your own cash.
Emma, I'm going to get you to help me with this. I'm going to give you a chance to win some money. Fair enough. Alright, so there's £50 to be won. I'm going to tell you straight away, right, that money's coming on with me. I'm going to influence you in such a way that you don't get to win the money. I'm really sorry about that. But I am telling you beforehand. Now, one of these keys opens the padlock and 3 don't, okay? So you're going to make all the decisions first of all. I want you to choose a key for me. Okay, so which key would you like me to have? The yellow one. And every time you pick up a key, you get to choose whether you swap or whether you go with the key that you've gone for. Is that fair enough? I couldn't be any fairer. Okay. So for your first attempt, pick up a key ring, anyone. Perfect. Now, do you want to swap with me for the brightly coloured yellow one, or do you want to stick with the white one? Ah, fair enough. I think I overdid that a little bit. Okay. So you get to try, like I say, you get to do everything. So pop the key in there, just give it a little turn, and if it opens, does it open? No. Okay, never mind. Right, so you've got 2 more, black and green. Which one do you want to go for? Black, perfect. Do you want to swap with me, or do you want to stick with the black one? Okay, fantastic. Give it a go. No? Okay, right. So, third go. Got no choice this time. Actually, you have. You can swap with me, or you can stick with that one. You're going to swap. Okay, there you go. So, for the third and final time, Emma. No, oh, unlucky. And just to show that I wasn't cheating, you can have my go for me as well. The final key, just put it in there and look what would have happened if you'd have opened it. Thank you.
Safe is a fun and colourful routine that allows itself to be performed in many different performance styles. You can perform it as a comedy piece, as a just chance routine, as an influence piece, or even just as a prediction routine. It's super easy to perform, your spectators will love it, and of course there is no chance of them getting the money. I'm Harry Nardi and welcome to Chris Congreve's Safe.